But something that we're doing every show, every episode, when we don't have guests. Um, we've got a Patreon, patreon.com/Bama Geeks. We have a Patreon poll topic that we ask our patrons what they like for us just to touch on really quickly. And for this episode's Patreon poll topic, we gave them some choices, and the winner of that poll was, what is your favorite movie from your childhood that isn't obvious from your decor? Now, let's include the decor that people can't see on camera as well.
All right, I'll start us off since
Okay.
I was the one who originally crafted this question. And so, of course, I have an answer. For my decor that you can immediately see, Labyrinth.
Okay.
I love the movie Labyrinth. It came out when we were kids. When I say we were kids, I'm talking about Bo and I. You guys, Brock and Jess, y'all were a little more established when Labyrinth came out. But that movie is Jim Henson, the Jim Henson Productions. Everybody knows that company just has a particular magic with how they do their puppets, and then of course David Bowie. The whole movie was just magical, and it continues to be magical. It's one of those movies that even today I can just sit down and watch and just absolutely enjoy it. And it just was, with me loving Star Wars, the stuff that's obvious when I was a kid. It was something that was completely different. It was magical. And it was something that, it sparked my interest in playing with medieval era and medieval type Legos and stuff like that. Instead of trying to build spaceships, I would start trying to build castles and things like that. So, it did kick off a different era in what I liked as a kid. So yeah, definitely Labyrinth for sure.
Okay. You got an idea, Bo?
No, let me let this stew for a minute. Y'all guys go.
Okay.
I'm still, like I said, even I saw it, I'm still like trying not to do the blatant obvious. So I'm trying to.
Well, I'll throw mine out there. I don't have anything anywhere in the house, any decor whatsoever of E.T. That was one of the first movies I saw in the theater, and I was a mad fanatic for E.T. And one of my favorite memories is when I was in elementary school and E.T. came out. We had this little daycare next to our elementary school, and it was called Funland there in Geneva, Alabama. And we would go, we'd get done with the school day, we'd go over to Funland. Well, this was, my birthday's during the summer, so naturally we weren't in school, but Gen X, both my parents worked, and so I had to go somewhere. Couldn't stay at home at that age. But Mom would drop me off during the summer at Funland, and I'd stay there all day with all my friends, and we'd play and stuff. Well, they threw a birthday party for me the year, whatever birthday it was after E.T. came out. And my mom at the time was really big into ceramics. She made a lot of ceramics. And so she, on her lunch hour, she worked at a bank there in town, and she came over to Funland where they had the birthday party for me. And she had handmade a ceramic, probably about a foot tall, E.T., where he had his finger up, and he had a light, a little light in the middle of his chest that she had made. So you put the bulb up in there, and that became my night light for ages. I went to bed every night with E.T.'s eyes and his heart glowing. And it was like I said, a little ceramic my mom had made. And in the moves since Mom moved from that house, I don't think it survived, unfortunately. But that's one thing I would love to have back. But yeah, I had little ET PVC figurines and an ET doll, and I remember having the books and records for that. So yeah, ET for me for sure.
So I wouldn't even think about it. Yeah, ET was huge for me too. Go, Jess. I'm still thinking. I'm trying to stew.
I don't really have a lengthy story to tell behind this, but as I'm taking in consideration everything that's here in the house, Goonies. We don't have any.
Nice.
We don't have any Goonies. I think the only thing they've really, if they, to my knowledge, I think the only thing they've really come out with is Pops. At some
You've-
point in time, there
you've
were
got a map.
Pops.
You've got
I
the
have
map.
the map.
I gave
have
that to you.
I have a map. Yeah. And I have a Goonies T-shirt.
Mhm.
But as far as decor in the house, no, we don't have any Goonies decor in the house. I just know that movie. My mom will tell you that she's surprised that the tape lasted as long as it did. I watched that quite regularly growing up, quite a bit. And I don't know if we're just supposed to stick with one, but the only other one that came to mind, Goonies #1, but also Gremlins.
Ooh.
We don't have a
Yeah,
lot of,
we don't, and they
which is surprising. I've told Brock, I was like, I don't get it why we don't, because the NECA stuff that's come out
yeah,
on
there's plenty
Gremlins,
of plenty
has-
of Gremlins figures at our local
Has-
local Target.
yeah, and they've been great figures. I'm like, why have we not gotten any? So I don't know, but
I don't know.
You could have gotten you a Furby, you know, the
I did
Yeah,
have a
the-
Furby.
and then you know, and then the company that made Furbies got sued by the ones that did Gremlins, 'cause they were like, this is obviously a knockoff
I
of
did have a
Grem-
Furby at
of-
one point in time.
of Mogwais.
Yeah. But yeah, that's, I was saying, I know we're sticking with one, but I just have to have those
No,
two.
Gremlins is a good one.
Those are both incredibly good movies. Yeah.
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 I think after looking and thinking about it, I have two, but I'll go ahead and go with the core one just because I was probably really too young to be watching this movie. 'Cause it's an
It was
R-rated.
the
film.
80s, man.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
say
R-rated.
Porky's.
No, not Porky's.
Okay, good.
Probably Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I
Oh.
think
Okay.
that might be
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the theater, which I mean that's probably where my parents drew the line. But like when it came out to like rent at the video store and like I'd seen the original Terminator, like had to see this one. Terminator 2. It's got to be 10 times better, and it is. I mean, like to
Yeah.
me, it is still like it is the peak of the Terminator franchise that it'll never recapture. But like
Yeah.
I think Terminator 2. I think the only thing Terminator 2 I might have, I think I have one of the NECA T1000, not T1000, the T800 Arnold with the Gatling gun. That might be the only thing I own with it. But I have it's like Ghostbusters. It's one of those movies. Like as soon as it comes out of the new format, I buy it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yep,
Terminator 2
yep.
is just it's that. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I probably Terminator 2. I've watched that and I could probably quote that movie as much as well as Ghostbusters and Big Lebowski and all that stuff. I don't know. It's just one of those great movies.
Did you have when you were kids when you were a kid and I saw it as well, like I snuck in and saw it. I had nightmares about the nuclear scene where she
Yeah, that's-
she came off the fence.
Well, it's very depicting. I don't know, like I'm trying to remember what would I think the thing that weirded me out more than anything, it might be one of the most inconsequential. Like I'm so weird about being poisoned. I think it's kind of one of those weird things. But when Sarah grabs her psychiatrist, I can't think of his name right now, where she has him hostage, where she has the bleach in his neck.
Yes.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
why that makes my skin crawl. That's what I'm saying. I love Terminator 2, but I can't think of his name right now. But the
And you know that with the way she was moving, she had to
Yeah.
squeeze that just
yeah,
a little bit. And
yeah,
you know, being in his neck, just a little bit of bleach could probably kill him.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
I just
But
yeah,
like-
that always made my skin crawl too. That's, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, back then, so it came out in 91. So I was
Yep.
14. I did go to the movies to see it, and I didn't have to sneak in. I mean, I got to go
Yeah.
see it. So you
Same
see
here.
how R-rated movies were back then. They were just like, well, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, they
whatever.
Well, and the thing is like the effects of like T1000 going through the
Oh,
bars that
yeah.
still holds up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
it still holds up so well. Like, and it's
Very
one of the
well.
things. Like, it's still got early CG technology, but like all the practical stuff, like the freaking John Connor being chased on the motorcycle by the 18-wheeler, to me is like one of the coolest
Oh, yeah.
practical things ever. Like that whole movie is just like that's one thing I always say about James Cameron. He could take a movie franchise and get its sequel and make it freaking amazing. He did it with
Mhm.
Aliens,
Mhm.
and he did it with Terminator. So,
Yeah, we'll see about Avatar.
Mm.
well, see
But
though,
y'all
he
will
initially
see
had
about it.
it.
I'm not going to watch it.
I-
We are not Avatar fans.
All right,
in this
Bo,
household,
what's
so.
your second one? What's your second one, Bo? Come on.
the other one I'll say I'll throw in it. I'm a big fan of. I don't own anything for is Wayne's World. So I saw that in the
Oh,
theater.
Nice.
yeah.
I convinced
Oh.
my dad and mom to let me see Wayne's World in the theater. But I just like I watched Saturday Night Live. I was a kid, like 90% of that humor was over my head, but I still watched it. I laughed at it. It was silly. But yeah,
Mhm.
I went and saw the Wayne's World in the theater.
That's
So
Right,
that
if,
might
if you need a
be-
prop from it, just go buy some Grey Poupon.
Yes. some Nuprin, little, yellow, different. Oh, like
my
I don't-
buddies and I wanted to install one of those Twizzler dispensers up in the
Yes.
top of our car.
Red vines, not Twizzlers. They're red
Yeah.
vines.
Oh, they're okay.
They're red
I'm not
vines.
Get it
familiar
right,
with
Rob.
that type of candy.
No, like I said, I love. I guess that was man.
Mhm.
Wayne's World's up there too with me. I don't know why I don't even own the hat. I need the hat. I don't know why. Much as I love hats, why do I not have the Wayne's World hat?
My buddy and I, my buddy Jimmy and I, went as Wayne and Garth for Halloween one year after that movie came out. I was Garth
Wow.
and he was Wayne, and we had the hats, and I had Garth's T-shirt and drumsticks and stuff.
Yeah.
We walked to school. It's fun.
That's like I like that movie, especially when I watched Bohemian Rhapsody and where they had Mike Myers playing the record producer who did not want to play
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody on the radio. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.